Hey, day 3 of the Misfits Rally 3. Oof. I finally went on ADV ride with Scotty. 9 hours later and 269 miles, we made it back. Everything that I put on my motorcycle shook off. Well, yesterday the GPS mount lost a screw, so I took that off this morning. The cell phone mount, I went to try to put my cell phone on there, and it had a screw that loosened up, and it's missing the red piece that moves. So can't put the cell phone on the mount, which meant that I can't charge the phone on the ride because my USB-C cord was too short to go from where I have the USB charger to my pocket or whatever. So at some point I chucked my phone back in my little top box. Yesterday I lent a little gas can, a little MSR bottle, to somebody. No idea where that is today. My other MSR bottle I strapped onto the motorcycle, and that fell off. Luckily, I had it kind of tied on there. Unfortunately, that also ripped off at some point. So I have contributed an MSR can of fuel to the California backroads system somewhere. And then my top box. I had it zip tied on with 2 zip ties. One of those did come loose, and I was able to identify that and strap it back on. So I did make it home with the top box, but that's pretty much everything I had strapped onto my motorcycle. Oh boy. See, one section of the roads that we were on reminded me a lot of the Dolomites in Europe. It was really great, and I was on the XT250, so I was thankful we were going downhill for that section. So the brakes worked great on that motorcycle. I was able to lean it over quite a bit. I was checking my chicken strips after that, and I'm using pretty much all of my tire, so I'm leaning it over plenty far. Still with about a millimeter of safety still not touched on the rubber. So lots of use out of that motorcycle today. It's a 250. Bagel had the Heinkel 1956 Heinkel tourist scooter, and he can get that thing up to about 54 miles an hour. He was with us, but he was we would stop and then kind of wait for him. He'd basically wave as he went by, and then we'd catch up and pass him, and he didn't get to have as many breaks because he was just kind of going the whole time to make sure that we all got back around the same time. We kind of stayed together, but we would pass him on the road as we caught up to him again. And I don't know, I didn't want to be at the back of the pack. I knew the front of the pack wasn't very good for me. I was pretty happy the middle, maybe front of the middle pack. I was really worried that the 250 was not going to be enough motorcycle for the trip there, but turned out that it was great. It did awesome. Couldn't keep up with the front runners, but held up very well in the middle, and it did great in the back as well. Other motorcycles that were out there, the Tenere 700. There was a BMW 1250 GS. There were a couple of Himalayan Royal Enfield motorcycles, the new 450s. A pair of them. They were doing great. very much interested in looking into one of those in the future. Let's see. What other motorcycles were there? Henry was on his Moto Guzzi. And then there was the Husqvarna 701. What else? Those are the ones I can remember. There were a total of 9 of us. Yesterday there were 10. Today on Charlie's ride. Today there were 9 of us on Scotty's ride. And it was a long ride. We stopped in a little town, got some burgers. Burgers and fries, and I had a Diet Coke. Yeah. It was a great ride. Really, really good ride. Great weather. A little chilly in the morning. Got to where it was pretty warm. I didn't end up taking any layers off. But then in the evening again, it got pretty cold. So I was kind of yawning and getting close to shivering when we were getting back in, but it wasn't too bad. I was definitely ready for the ride to be over. That's for sure. Okay. I think that's enough for tonight. I will probably upload this tomorrow at some point. Not quite today. That's it. Have a good one. Bye.